Morning, everybody! 4:30 in the morning, and this is up and going. Oh no, it's not 4:30. We don't know, but I'm just kidding. What's up, Julia?
What's up?
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
You what?
I am amazing.
Oh, okay.
So, question of the day.
Listen,
Do you think everything happens for a reason, or do we just create the reason later so it makes sense to us?
wow. Can we? I'm gonna say this. Do you think everything happens for a reason? Short answer is
Yes.
yes. Second part of the question?
Or do we just create the reason later so it makes sense to us that,
So you try to reason the what happened
Yeah.
according to what happened, so you could consciously explain to yourself.
No. You're creating the reason that,
Uh-huh.
it did happen the way it was supposed to happen because there's no way back anymore, and this was meant to be because of this and this and this.
Example, live example.
Не знаю. I don't know.
I will cut that out. That language is interesting, but
Oh.
give me a live example, please.
Like
Because
when you're connecting the dots that, like you kind of saying, oh, these dots are already drawn and I'm just connecting them.
Mhm.
But it might not be that. It's just the dots are already there and I'm just trying to make like a figure out of them, connecting them,
Mhm.
when it's really could just be random dots there. But I'm trying to connect them in a way that I see, like, oh, see, this is for a reason, so this is going to be this.
Okay, all right. So is everything in life happens for a reason? According to subconscious mind and everything, it's already made and created. You just walk in the path. Now, the reason that you're trying to explain is you're connecting the dots the way your conscious mind absorbs information and is where you're going and how you're walking that conscious pattern. Then, when you connect these dots, your conscious mind will say, here you go, this is what I saw, and this is exactly what I was looking for. Is it the answer to that you were looking for it? If you connected the dots, just because you did it, you're gonna convince yourself that that's the answer. But there is a much deeper explanation to that, and we can do that on a, we do that on our discovery calls with people. And if a person wants to know how to be able to walk through and brew themselves from a different perspective and not just consciously see this is where I'm going. Because what happens when you're driving on the road and there's a big sign detour? Is that a reason?
Yes.
What is the reason?
But that's kind of like different because it's not a reason. It's already something that happened now that you have to detour from it. But what do you mean it's for a reason? Yes, there is something you need to detour from. But it's not like if there would be a sign detour and then you take that detour and like the asteroid like falls on somebody's health who didn't do the detour.
That's Julia's channel. It's called if you're having a bad day, asteroid is coming to get you. But that's on her channel.
Or something like that.
But it's a good point. It's actually, if there is a detour, most people get upset because they're like, oh, it's going to take me much longer to get there, and why did they put this detour? But if you put this way, this is my path, and this is how I'm going to go, and thank you, Lord, that this is happening, and I'm going to take me longer because I could, we don't know why is this detour is
What
there.
I'm saying is maybe there is no reason that's written. We just write it afterwards.
You can explain that to
Just to
yourself.
make ourselves believe that it should have been this way. Calm down.
That is exactly right. That is exactly right. That's what your conscious mind is. It's a 5% of your subconscious world, and that's how it's going to explain it to you. It's very, very, very
95 of mine.
everybody's. It's very, very small intention of this explanation. And you know what I tell you. What did I tell you? Words are so primitive in explaining the subconscious world that it's beyond. If a person has a feeling, right, and the person goes in, and the person starts driving, and at the end of the day, there is, like you say, a detour. You don't know why that detour is there. What you do know is you gotta flow. If you don't flow, you're gonna create a block. You could sit and swear, or you could drive and listen to Taras and Julia and enjoy your day. At the end of the day, explanation that you create for yourself, it's a great explanation. Is it something that you wanted to achieve? You're gonna achieve it. Is there a different message in there? Possibly.
So could it be just that there is this faith, right? The believing there is a reason gives people peace, even when life doesn't explain itself. We create that explanation, and just give it to faith, and there is no explanation needed anymore. Makes you feel good. You don't need to explain. It was meant to be.
All right.
Have a good day. That's it.
That's basically, in a nutshell, yes. The little kid or the little dog or the little cat or whoever is coming upon onto this earth, they don't have anything to explain. They're just coming through the process and evolving and coming, and the birth happens, and then they're going, 3, 4, 5, 7 months, years. How do you explain that phenomenon? Why does not everybody ask that kid is not trying to explain anything? Why does kid just being in the moment and lives the life? That's a question you should ask yourself, right? But a human experienced personnel, Taras and Julia.
That's not true, actually. It depends what life kids have.
Any life.
No, there are countries where they're worse, and trust me, kids are questioning, why is this happening?
Right, they are questioning, but they're living through it. They're not explaining. Questioning and explaining to themselves is two different things. Questioning, they might ask, why do I have this? But when they come upon and they don't know how to speak, they are present in the moment. They're going with the moment. Even in the countries where stuff is happening, they're in that moment. They're crying, they want to get out, they want this, but they're in the moment. They don't ask questions. They don't go as deep as politics.
There's no time for that.
There is no understanding of that. But adults, from past experiences and from news, or somebody likes to say fake news, they try to create a picture that they don't know of and explain on their past experiences. And here comes your answer, Julia. I'm going to give you an answer.
Go.
You will explain everything to the capability of your past experience. Period.
Maybe everything does not happen for a reason, but everything can have a reason if you're willing to grow from it and just make it into that reason.
Everything has cause and effect.
Okay, so you make it yourself. Okay, so this is the reason I think, this is my lesson, this is the reason I'm going to do this.
Until you understand that was not it and the lesson was something else. But you're gonna only explain it to what you already went through. You have to understand one little thing, and this is gonna be, I have to run. One little thing. Everything that you're coming up with is compared to your past experiences. Future experiences has no other thing, just being. If it's just being, you have to be willing to let go of any experiences you already went through, because it has no value. That's why most people are scared to get married, because their father was drunk and the mother was this. And people don't start a business because their father failed. And then other people don't drive a car because their father drove, and this and that. They go to past experiences, has nothing in the present moment. Because it's present moment that counts. Everybody, have a phenomenally amazing day. Enjoy yourself. Like, share, subscribe, and love each other as you love yourself.
Thank you.
Bye.